Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, man. How you doing? You good?
Hi, y'all. So I wanted to get on here and do story time. I think that's something I'm probably gonna start doing more often. Story time. So listen, guys. My story today is pretty funny, but it also has a message. It might not be funny to y'all, but it's definitely funny to me. I have a weird sense of humor, so. Okay, so one time I had got me an apartment, right? This is my first time ever getting a place to stay on my own, whatever. And so my I wasn't was I talking about, I don't think I was talking to anybody at that time, like had a boyfriend at the time. So I got this apartment. I hate renting, guys. I always knew I hated renting, but I still did it because I needed to get me a spot fast. So found me an apartment, and then this guy, we're gonna call him BJ, which is if he watching my channel, he gonna know I'm talking about him, because this is real close to to what I just gave him. Okay, so BJ, we went to church together, you see. We was childhood crushes and stuff like that. So we went to this church together in Centerpoint. And I don't know what happened with, I don't know, I think we just like grew apart for real, because we were in a relationship, and then I think we just grew apart. And so yeah, we grew apart, lost touch, and then he came back because he was grown by that time. So you know what I'm saying, we made our way back, found each other on Facebook or whatever, and tried to rekindle. We was trying to see if we wanted to rekindle. So in my apartment, I had just moved in, probably like 2 months in or something like that. And I didn't have a couch. I had TVs and whatnot. I had TVs. I just brought the stuff that I had at my mom's house over. So, and now my mom gave me her bed, so I had a bed. Now, I had an entertainment center, I had a dresser. But as far as everything else, a couch, all that stuff, I didn't have that. So I had took a flight. This was before me and Buddy was trying, seeing if we was gonna put anything. I took a flight to Boston. Okay. Don't worry about all that. That'll be another story. Maybe. Took a flight to Boston. Came back. Probably like that week later, I said, I think I need to get pest control in here, because I think I may have bed bugs. I'm itching. Brought my cousin over. My cousin said the same thing. So I'm like, okay, I need to call pest control. So I hit up the front office, let them know, can they have pest control come look through, because I'm not sure if I got bed bugs or not. So and at that time I worked at a retirement home, so I knew about bed bugs because the residents was, you know what I'm saying, telling me about them and whatnot. So he, the pest control guy, hits me up while I'm at work. He said, you know, you definitely do have bed bugs. And I was like, huh? Like, how the heck did I get bed bugs? Like, I'm not a nasty person. I'm very, very clean, guys. Listen, I am one of the most, besides my mama, I am one of the most cleanest person that I know. Very well organized. Like, I hate stuff. I think I low-key got OCD. So I'm like, huh? Like, I know I ain't got no bed, even though it was my idea to call pest control. Crazy. But I was like, I know I ain't got no bed bugs. Like, I'm not nasty. Woo doo doo doo. So he was like, no, like, you can get bed bugs from anything, really. You can, basically, it's like they contagious. If you sit around somebody that got bed bugs, boom, you got bed bugs. If you, he said, you catch it from, driving a car that's not yours, like, like enterprise, like renting cars out and whatnot. You catch them from, he said, a bus. Then he said an airplane. As soon as he said an airplane, I said, and I just came back from Boston, and that's when I've been having those, itching and all that stuff. So I'm like, I know Spirit Airlines didn't give me no bed bug. That's what I said, because I took Delta there and Spirit on the way back. So I'm like, I know they ain't give me no bed bugs. And sure enough, dude said I had bed bugs. So I asked what I need to do. He said, well, really, you just need to get you another bed. So I threw the whole bed out. Heck, I threw everything that I went to Boston with out. Suitcase, bag, everything. Like, everything had to go. So, my mom had an air mattress that she let me get. But the air mattress, y'all, did not keep the air in it. Like, it would lose the air, go flat. So by in the morning, you basically land on the floor, basically. So I got the air mattress. Now, this time, this is when BJ, me and BJ, found each other on Facebook, Kiki and Kakai. So we decided, talk. He said, we decided to just have a conversation, not go out on a date, just talk. And so I said, cool, you come to my spot. Now, I didn't know if, I didn't know his living situation. I didn't know if he had a spot or if he was staying with his mom's. I don't know what was going on. I didn't ask. We were just supposed to have a conversation. Now, he came to my house. I noticed he was looking around, you see, like kind of like scoping with a little bit of judgment. And so I didn't say nothing though. I didn't say nothing. So I'm like, yeah, I'm already like probably 5% uncomfortable now, because now you making me feel like you judging my situation. So we sit down, we talk. Now, he probably stayed for an hour, y'all. We was sitting right next to the air mattress. We were sitting right next to the air. Well, he was laying down. I was sitting, and the air mattress is right here. So I'm like, hold up, like, I'm thinking everything cool, cause I mean, he didn't grow up with a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Rocking around here like Bill Gates' son or something like that. So, and neither did I. So I'm thinking, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? He probably cool. He probably just was trying to figure it out earlier. So, y'all, I never heard from BJ after that. I never heard from BJ after that. So, I end up hitting him. I think I hit him up, and I also text him. Didn't hear anything, so I knew what was going on by that time. So I'm like, oh, okay, you wanted him? Like, okay. The thing is, I have no problem with explaining to you what's going on. Like, I'm very open, very honest. Like, I'm that type of person. Whether it's, something you want to hear or something you don't want to hear, I'm just that type of person. And so he never asked me though. He never asked me, yo, why are you sleeping on that mattress? Like, he's never asked me that. He just went off and I knew it because the way he walked in and you didn't see no couch. I didn't have pictures on the wall. Like, stuff was on the, like, I was still, like, this was my first time ever moving out. So I was still trying to figure it out. And I didn't have money like that. Like, since I've been a truck driver, I get paid every week. Before then, I got paid bi-weekly. So I couldn't just go out there and spend $300, $500 on a couch or a bed I still had bills. I was figuring it out, like how I'm gonna do this. I didn't make the stretch like that, y'all. I never heard from BJ again. Now I seen BJ, I never said nothing to BJ. You see, by that time, I was a completely different person than what I am right now. Like I was very, very petty. Okay, and I would know that I know you, but in public I don't know you. I don't know you. I would walk right past you and your mama. Like that. Like that's me. Like I don't know you. Who you again? I've done it before at the hair salon. Trust me, I did, and knew that I dated that person and walked right past him. He tried like he didn't know me. He said my name. I was like, who you? But look, but listen, thank God for grace and mercy, because I have been a changed person. I wouldn't say a whole 180, but I definitely say 50%. Yeah, I say 50%. I say 60%. I say 60%. Well, I've been changed. I've been changed a good bit. Probably 65%. Yeah, 65. Because there's situations that I know I could have went out on people, significant others. But I didn't do that. So, hey, I am making a change. So listen, I'm the type of person that's really, I'm not a judgmental person. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in Woodlawn, Alabama. Then we moved to Irondale because my mom didn't want me to go to Putnam. Then we moved. She got married, so then we moved to Centerpoint, and then we moved to the West Side. So I'm used to certain things. I wouldn't say like how some of my friends had to come up though, because my mom was doing pretty good when I was a kid, but we did stay in the hood, but we didn't, like, I didn't see struggle for a long time. So I wouldn't say like as far as that, because I always had a bed and I always had food, I always had clothes. So I wouldn't say like we were like poor like some of my friends were. So, but I don't know, I just saw a lot of things, so it kind of made me not be so judgmental in somebody else's situation. So after that, guys, I ended up talking to this guy. We're gonna call him CJ. BJ CJ. We're gonna call him CJ. Really cool cat. Really well dressed. He worked at a dealership, a car dealership. At the time, it was Chevrolet. He worked at Chevrolet, and I'm assuming he had just got his apartment. He invited me over. Well, we was talking for a while before he invited me over, and he didn't have a couch. He had he had lawn chairs. He didn't even have bowls and you know how guys are though. Like they only need one bowl, one fork, one spoon, and they be straight. Like, but I didn't judge the situation. As soon as I walked in and I saw lawn chairs, I was like, oh, dude must have just moved in or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta give people time to get their situation together. Like, people expect folks to just move in their spot and to just be fully furnished. Like, no, it don't go down like that. Especially if you're not making that type of money for it to be fully furnished like that. So I didn't trip. He had a bed though. But I didn't trip, and I didn't ask no questions, and he didn't tell. I was just like, oh, okay, he must have just moved in here. Like, that's what came to my head. So but let's go back to BJ. BJ. Oh gosh, when church boys try to be players, it don't work out. Okay, see, BJ was a church boy. Now CJ wasn't a church boy. Oh, CJ, he knew the Lord though, but he wasn't a church boy. BJ grew up in church. And when church boys try to be players, it don't go down right. Like it just you try too hard. Okay, BJ ended up coming back, yo, and trying to talk. But by this time, a girl had done some big and better things. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on the same tip I'm on. Like, I'm just not. Like, and you couldn't stay down when I was, you know what I'm saying, in my little transition, whatever I was going through. You couldn't stay down. So why, if you can't be with me at my lowest, why would I want you when I'm at my highest? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And now you feel make me feel like you're using me. And guess who's not gonna get no respect? You. Because why? Because now I feel like I'm the man in this situation. Because I'm taking care of you. You came to me when I came and got up. Like, I don't respect that. And it don't. And it showed me that how BJ was. Sorry, BJ, if you're watching this, but not sorry. Shouldn't try to use people, y'all. Seriously, that's the point. That's the point of the story. You shouldn't use anybody because you feel like they up now. They got a nice car, they got a nice house, they dress nice, they got some money. Oh, I'm gonna be with that person. I don't really like them like that, but I'm gonna be with. Like, that's not what you need to be out here doing. You know, you're gonna find yourself there. You're gonna be crying every night. Okay, like, nah, every night you're gonna be crying every night. And so, like, I don't know. I just say keep it 100. If the guy got money, or if he don't have any money or don't have as much, you know, I still say ride. You never know. Because if you ride with him through that situation, I promise you, he's gonna take you to, like, my husband, for example. When my husband met me, I didn't have my house. I didn't have nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have nothing but 2 cars in my name. That's all I had. I'm being completely honest. Now, my husband, he had a house, but he had a situation, which is, I'm not gonna tell. It's not my business to tell. But he had a house. And he also was a firefighter. And so, when I met him, I don't know how, when I talk to guys, that's the first thing I say. Like, do you have a house? You got a car? Like, I don't know why I do that, but that'd be like the basic necessities for me. So, what I was doing, see, when we started getting closer, I was like buying rooms or Airbnbs and stuff like that. Because I didn't know. I didn't know if I didn't get the vibe that he was gonna judge if I didn't have nothing. It was just the fact of, like, I need you to know, like, I do have funds to take care of myself. I just don't have a house right now. Because my house is too busy getting built and it's taking too long because of the COVID situation. So I don't know. I just ended up I promise y'all about this. I bought this tiny house on Airbnb. It was nice though. I never stayed in a tiny house. I always said I wanted to stay in one just to see what it was like. And it was nice though. And let me see. I paid for this tiny house, paid for the room. Nah. He just thought I wasn't taking him to, like, wherever I live. And he was like, why every time? Because he started paying for the rooms and Airbnb and stuff like that. He's like, why every time we come home, like, every time I come down here to see you, like, we get a hotel room or like an Airbnb and stuff like that. And I just told him, like, listen, my house is in, like, a circle process right now. Like, it's just circulating. Cause like COVID, I met my husband when COVID had just hit, I believe. So I was just starting my house process around that time too. And so I told him, I said, listen, my house is like, it was giving a pain in the butt, okay? Because I was thinking about just pulling out and just going to buy a house and be done. Because the building process was a long process, okay? And especially since COVID hit and then lumber went up and they had to find different buildings. Like, it was just so much that was going on. So I was really thinking about just pulling out of that and just going to buy me a house that's already done. So I'm just going to move in. But he actually talked me into not doing that. He's like, no, like, you work hard for what you want, just stay in the house, you know, continue to do it. It might take a long time. And then when we got closer, like, by this time we engaged now. So we was going back and forth about, you know, who's gonna buy the house, whose house we're gonna stay in. And I was like, you know, if I'm doing all this for a brand new house, why would I move out of my house, barely get to stay in it, to go stay in the house that's already been stayed in, that's already been lived in, excuse me, proper grammar. And so he gave up his house. He gave up his house, and that was that. But I didn't look at my husband didn't look at me as like, oh, you know, she ain't got nothing. She, you know, she ain't got nothing. She ain't doing it on herself. Or, you know what I'm saying, how people just judge a situation. Like, to be honest with y'all, the people that be balling for real, they don't be dressed clean to the T. I'm trying to tell you, they be in Jesus sandals. That's why I call them Jesus sandals. I'm trying to tell y'all, all this, I gotta have a Birkin, I gotta have go saying Gabbana, Gucci. I don't believe in it. You know, I believe in being financially wealthy and stable and being able to leave something for my kids. That's a major goal for me, to be able to leave something for my babies when I do decide to have children. You know, I never wanted to be the parent that left nothing but debt. And so, you know, the point of the story is to, if someone is in your life, not even if they not as financially set as you, or have a nice crib, or have a crib at all, or have a nice ride, I do think you should get somebody to have a ride though. I do. At least that. At least have a car. It don't have to be the flyest of the flyest, the newest of the newest, but at least a car. Cause it ain't nothing like having to pick them up all the time, 24/7. Like, sometimes you can pick me up sometimes. Like, that's how you gonna be. But my point is to make sure that you're not materially eye-catching. Like, materials is the only thing that you focus on, or that you like, because that's gonna fade soon. You know what I'm saying? You never know what might happen. And to be honest, because my husband stayed down with me even when I was going through a lot of stuff, because even though I had money, I was going through a lot of stuff, guys. Like, I'm getting emotional about it. Like, I was going through a lot of stuff, and he stayed down with me. You know what I'm saying? And I do everything in my power to make sure that he's happy. Like, I spoiled the heck out of my husband because he stayed down with me. See what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have to do that. He had his stuff set. He was a firefighter, for God's sake. Like, he was a firefighter. So he stayed down and even changed his whole routine for me. So that's why I go so hard for my husband. I spoil the heck out of my husband. Even though he don't ask me to, I do it anyway. I just come home, surprise him with stuff. Sometimes it's gifts, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just, whatever. Like, I take him out to eat. When I take him out to eat, it ain't just let's go grab some wings and come back to the house. It's like I really wine and dine my husband. Like, take him to a expensive luxury type ordeal. Because I appreciate him a lot. Because if you only knew the other cats, which we're going to get into some more story time on another video, but you'll see once you experience the level of love that someone can have for a person that you never experienced before. The things that my husband has showed me I've never experienced before. And I'm 28 years young. My husband's 34. So he has plenty of experience. So, but I haven't. So, once you experience that type of love and commitment and, you're not going to want nothing else. You're not going to want to go back to the old stuff that you used to go into. So, the moral of the story, which I probably said it like 15 times. Please, 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 if you find someone that's genuine and that loves you for who you are, regardless if they have much or not, y'all could build this thing together. Like, that's why God put man and wife together. Not to get too biblical, but that's in me, so I can't help it. That's why God put man and wife together, for them to help each other. You're supposed to be his helpmeet. He's supposed to be your provider. And if y'all doing this thing together, then y'all in the door. Y'all in the door, I'm trying to tell you. So, listen. Find someone that truly loves you. And don't just love or be with somebody because of their status or who they are, what they have, what they dress like, what their car look like. People just really all the way backwards. But love a person for who they are. Sometimes the person that show up in your life is the person that you really need. And they 9 times out of 10 don't have everything that's on your list. But it's the person that's going to help you grow spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the above. And that's the most important part. Way more than money, way more than cars, than jewelry, name brand stuff, houses, is a person that's down for you, even if y'all gotta sit in the dark. Like, that's another level of commitment. When the power go out, and y'all sitting there burning candles with flashlights, like, who's there? So 9 times out of 10, the person with the money, like, it's a life lesson. I like life lessons. It might sound crazy, but I like life lessons. And a lot of things, when I became an adult and had to experience stuff on my own, I started cutting people out of my life. Because I didn't have a lot of friends no way, so that didn't take long. But when you know you have a rider, regardless of, somebody could be making fun of you about, yo dude broke, your girl, you know what I'm saying? she ain't the cutest girl, like stuff like that. So what? Sometimes it got something to do with the heart. Like the heart, when you like, that's why I said when you find someone that's genuine and really down for you, and not for what you have or whatever, and vice versa. That's a beautiful story. Like, and then y'all can go get the bag together. The bag gonna be bigger because it's two people anyway. Versus you trying to do it by yourself. So, the moral story is: listen, don't worry about what the world is trying to say about you, about how couples supposed to look and how you're supposed to, you know, feel. Now, it's not even about look; it's about feeling. It's about how you feel. And as long as you got that person that's riding for you hard, whether you got money or not, whether you the baddest person ever or not, find someone that loves you unconditionally, without all of that, without the money, without the makeup, without the cars, without the jewelry. Find somebody that really, really loves you, hand and foot. And when you find that, and they realize that you riding for them hard, and they don't have much, and they come into something, it's gonna be the best ever. I'm telling you, I know. So this was story time with MeMe, guys. I'm gonna do this a lot because I actually like this. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. It's cool. If not, that's cool too. Like I always say, be breezy, guys.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that.